Hello, everyone. First, I just want to thank all of you out there who watch my videos, subscribe, like, and comment. The reason I started doing this was because I wanted to provide a way for my health clients to learn more because they're not in my office with me all the time. And so I just wanted to share more information so they could continue their learning outside of my office. And there's other people on YouTube that I love watching myself. Every morning I'll be eating my breakfast and I will watch Dr. Berg, Berg. He literally releases a video a day and has great, reliable health information. I really enjoy watching Dr. Axe as well, AXE, and I love Dr. Hyman podcast. I also did some testing with his Function Health group, some very comprehensive blood testing that was excellent. I love Bobby Parrish on Bobby Approved. He'll go to the grocery store at Sprouts, Whole Foods, Costco, different places, and he'll help you learn ingredients. He'll help you find foods and treats that are good for you and not harmful. And he'll help you watch out for the ones that probably should not be eating, which is most of the items out there, right? So I kind of want to just share a little bit today about just some things in my head and some things I've told my own health clients. But I really want to talk today more about be aware of your own body because you live with yourself 24 hours a day. You know you better than anyone else. You're with yourself all the time. And so pay attention to your own body, what it's telling you, what you're doing, what you're putting into your body. Because a lot of times you can figure out your health problems if you just really pay attention. And practitioners help you do that. You may come into my office or a holistic practitioner's office not really understanding a lot about health, and we help you decipher that and why you might be having health issues. I mean, I had a lady in my office the other day who drinks a soda a day, a diet soda, and pretty much eats a dessert once a day after her dinner, and not the really healthier options, right? Just whatever she wants to eat that sounds good as a dessert. So the first thing I told her is, this is part of your health issues right here. Unless you are willing to stop these and make some changes, there's no way I'm going to be able to help you get healthy. I don't have magic wand. I don't have magic supplements that are going to override that. And I also like to provide better options too. Instead of just saying, don't do this, what are some alternatives? What are some replacements that you can use instead of this junk, right? So, anyways, you also have to be really careful. Even if there's companies that you thought you have been able to trust in the past, that doesn't mean they might change on you, right? Because this is happening a lot today. There's a local place here today I've been going to probably like 20 years, and I just recently found out they decided using ghee was too expensive, so they switched to country crock. Instead of maybe just raising your prices a little bit, I would rather pay for the health than you just all of a sudden switching to something that's horrible. And then you don't even tell anyone. The reason I found out is because one of my friends and I asked if she wanted to meet there for lunch, and she said she won't eat there anymore. And I asked her why, and she said she was just there, a few weeks ago getting her traditional meal and asked for her ghee, and they said they don't have that anymore. So she asked, "Well, what do you have in replacement of it?" The worker there didn't even know and had to go ask and said it was country crock. Well, that's a big difference in ingredients. I, as a consumer, would like to know that and be aware of that. But I guess now we have to ask, right? And don't just assume that they're using healthy ingredients because they were before. There's another place in town that I used to recommend called Five Star Burger. It was grass fed burgers, no antibiotics, no hormones. It was really delicious. Well, now all of a sudden they are no longer grass fed. They're still antibiotic and hormone free, but they didn't tell you they're not grass fed anymore. You actually have to go to their website and look, and they still charge the same. So, once again, you got to pay attention and even let the store, like you might find a little treat or snack that you want, and it might say, oh, chips and olive oil. Great. I'm going to buy that one. And it's organic. It looks clean. Until you read the label, it says canola oil, then olive oil. That means they're using this much canola oil and probably this much olive oil, right? So another trick there. So you got to read labels no matter what it says. And there should not be many ingredients, maybe 3 to 5 ingredients. If you're seeing a list of 20 ingredients, don't even bother getting it. Or if you see canola oil and olive oil, it's not good because they're going to use the majority of canola oil. So it's pretty crazy out there. And then, like I said, just pay attention to what your body's telling you. A lot of times you'll get symptoms and you don't ignore those symptoms, like headaches, your legs are cramping, you feel tired, you just don't feel right. Well, that's your body telling you something's wrong, and you need to try to figure out usually something you are doing that's causing that, or something you're putting in your mouth, your body, something you're doing. So really pay attention to that. I think a lot of people don't pay attention. They kind of just randomly do things out of habits. I had a client that worked with me for 6 months and I could not get him to change his ways. He still kept eating at McDonald's and stopping along the road and Dunkin' Donuts and getting his favorite donuts all the time. And I can't make someone stop doing that. I can't explain it in just the right way to make you get it. You have to make the decision. And the girl I told the other day, I can't help you unless you stop drinking those sodas. You have to be willing to do that. And yes, you can do that. I'm sure if someone said, I'll give you $1 million if you never drink a soda again, you would do it easily, right? You just have to make the decision. A lot of times we don't make the decision. We don't want to, or we don't want to break those addictions or bad habits. And it might be hard at first, but you can talk yourself through it. You can make that decision. And the longer you make that decision, one day at a time, the easier it gets over time. And then you may look back 30, 60 days later and wonder why you ever liked that in the first place. Okay. So those are just some things to be aware of. And don't follow the crowd. Make sure that if you see a lot of other people doing something, it's probably something you should not be doing. The majority in America are sick, unhealthy, obese, and you can also be thin and be unhealthy too, right? And a lot of people think, well, if I just take this pill or this drink or this injection, it's going to help me be healthy because I'll lose weight. Nope. You get your body healthy first, and then that's how you lose weight. There's no way around it. Taking injections or pills or chemical drinks are not going to help you be healthy. It just won't happen. You may lose some weight, but you'll also lose muscle, and it's not going to be a healthy way to lose weight, because the only way you get healthy is by nourishing your body and exercising and sleeping and being hydrated and living the complete package of health. And that just needs to be a part of who you are, and that needs to become your habit. And I wouldn't even do some things in moderation, like drinking a soda, going to a fast food place. Why would you do that in moderation? It's very harmful, and there's not one good thing about it. So don't do it in moderation. If you want to eat a Hail Mary in moderation, fine. You get a nice treat, but you're not eating ingredients that are extremely harmful. A Hail Mary has organic dark chocolate, organic almond butter, coconut oil, and a little bit of maple syrup, like 4 ingredients. And it tastes great. That's a healthy treat you can have in moderation. It doesn't have corn syrup. It doesn't have trans fats. It's not GMO or unbleached flour. So there's a big difference, right? If you want to drink kombucha in moderation, great. Sparkling water, whatever. But soda? Why would you drink that in moderation? I mean, you're just giving money to criminals, and they're making lots of money, very wealthy. How rich do you think those CEOs are? What are they doing for you? Harming your health, and you're giving them money to do that? Why would you do that? And it takes one person at a time to make a difference. And one person adds up to 10 people, then 20, then 100, 1,000. We could even get into the millions, but it would take that critical mass and the majority of us doing it. So if none of us ever bought a soda or drank a soda, those companies wouldn't exist. If none of us ever stepped foot in a fast food company, they wouldn't exist anymore. But we can't control what other people do. We can only control we as an individual do. So take that step to not participate. And my job, I educate people in that. And so one person at a time in my office, I've seen thousands of people now. Some of them won't listen, but some of them are on board and make those changes, and they get their health, and they don't participate in giving money to companies that are harming you. So just really think about it. And I always say take that third path. Don't go this way or that way, kind of like we always have two sides to everything. Look for the third path. It's out there. All right, everyone, have a great day. And thank you for your support on here. And I hope to keep making more videos and improving this. Bye-bye.